Congratulations, 7 years of being together. Me and my wife been together 7 years, and I'd like to give a toast out to my wife and give a little brief story about how we met. We met through my friend, which is her cousin, about like 7, 8 years ago almost, and we've been together ever since. We both found out a lot of stuff about each other. We both had a lot of common with each other. Our first date, we went to TGIF Fridays, and it was really, really nice. But at the same time, I knew something special about my wife when she looked at me and looked at the bill. And said, this bill is high. The waiters complimented us and said that we could get a discount if we went ahead and called in and told them about the service. So we called in and told them about the service, and it was great. Our bill went down. I'm like, man, this is really neat. I have finally found somebody just like me that looks at prices instead of not worrying about the other person at all. Anyway, so on our first date, we was in Oklahoma City, which I had come to see her. I lived in Tulsa at the time, and we went to a Hornets game when they were in Oklahoma City, and it was really good. That was the first NBA game I've ever been to, and they were playing the Memphis Grizzlies. I never will forget that. Mm-hmm. And it was a really good game. And me and my wife really enjoyed each other. We started finding out a lot of stuff about each other, like our grandparents they were neighbors. They lived down the road from each other. Her dad and my aunt went to school together. Her uncle and my dad were best friends. And little did we know that all this time that we were growing up around each other, but we never knew each other. Because I knew some of her family before I even knew her. But anyway, push came to shove is just like we enjoyed each other's company, and before I knew it, I was running back and forth to Tulsa, from Tulsa to Oklahoma City, and she would even come back from Oklahoma City to see me. And so we were always having a good time. Our parents liked each other. Our moms went to school with each other at NSU. Isn't that a coincidence now where I'm at? NSU. Crazy coincidence. Both in the teaching program. Where am I in? I'm in the teachers program. But anyway, we really enjoyed each other. We had fun. But next thing you know, I proposed to my wife, and she accepted. And I was just thrilled. I was just thrilled about being able to get married, having a new life and everything. But one of us had to decide too, though, who was going to move. And so at the time, my wife had a better job. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and move. So I moved to Oklahoma City. It was rough at first. When I got to Oklahoma City, my car broke down. I lost my job. And then little to know is, at the same time, we found out we had a baby on the way. Next thing you know it. And I was like, oh my goodness, we had a baby on the way? So it made things a little hard at first. But at the same time, as we had family and friends looking out for us, I was able to get a job at OU Medical Center, and we was able to make it off that. She had her good job, and I worked as a transporter, and it was a good job. And I started getting a second job to be able to afford more items, more things for the baby. And I had the humbleness to go work at Wendy's. So for a lot of people, working at fast food, even in your 20s, late 20s, that's too much. But guess what? When you have a child you take care of, you have to do something to help take care of it. And so I was more willing to work at Wendy's too, as well as this other job. But I was working at Wendy's part-time and this other job full-time. But anyway, we went from there, and we stayed in Oklahoma City for 3.5 years, and time went by, and then we moved to Muskogee, and then it was okay, but we had, like I said, through any marriage, you have your ups and downs, you have your good times and your bad. We were going through a hard time at that time, but at the same time, we helped each other pull through, just like my wife helped me pull through some things. But anyway, then we moved back to Tulsa, and then I went back to school, and then I enjoyed going back to school, and now here I am still in school and trying to finish. So trying to set a good example. My son now is 5. I have a foster son. We have a foster son, and we really enjoying life. But anyway, I just want to say happy anniversary and cheers to my wife. I love you. Thanks for all the great memories, and we hope we continue to have other great ones. Thank you so much, and cheers to you.